Good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to do a quick update. I added a little switch here to turn my TV off. This is the analog TV I use with my Raspberry Pi. That's my internet media player. Usually use it for internet radio reception. And one thing I found was that this device is actually a vampire load. There's two components to that. One is the USB output on the TV uses approximately 200 milliamps to supply the Raspberry Pi, which I now have on this USB supply, and this supply uses about 100 milliamps. So I guess it has a significantly less efficient USB power supply than these modern units. But I also found that even when I turn the TV off, it's still using 300 milliamps, and that's coming out of my solar battery bank, and that was on 24/7. So I turned it on. Apparently the standby current is just to keep the remote control receiver alive, and you can see the TV is on, but I added this little 12-volt light switch here, and there it's off. So now I've cut my power consumption from 500 milliamps down to about 100. I can leave this USB on around the clock and it doesn't really use all that much power. So like I say, this is about 100 milliamps, so 1.2 watts of power, and over a period of, say, overnight, you're only looking at maybe 1.5 amp hours, where the TV used to use perhaps 7 or 8 amp hours overnight. So I've cut my power usage, and all I have to do is flip a switch, and now I've got the switch on. And all I did was I ran the ground into the bottom terminal. The top terminal has the power, 12 volts, and then the center terminal is the load output. So this was like a fog light switch. So yeah, there we go. I eliminated a DC vampire loads. Just because you run something off of DC power doesn't mean you've eliminated the potential of a vampire load. This TV uses about 4 watts of power on standby, and if you plug something into the USB port on the side, it uses about 6 watts of power. So yeah, you got to watch those vampire loads. They show up on your AC devices, but they also show up on DC devices. That little switch cost me nothing. I had it left over from some fog light kit in an old vehicle. I kept the switch. Yeah, that switch is going to save me about 7 or 8 amp hours of power every night, which is a good thing. It saves wear and tear on the batteries. And so yeah, just show you how to get rid of a little vampire load, a good old-fashioned off switch, and that TV no longer is a vampire load. A little update to my network media player videos. I'll put a link to those here. If you have any questions, put that in the comments section below. Subscribe to my channel for updates, and as always, thanks for watching.